Friday. We're going to be physically active, so I had to get enough space on the camera for everyone to see me. So today, again, Family Friday. Family Friday is sponsored and brought to you by NACY. They are an organization that works to create the Week of the Young Child. So what the Week of the Young Child does, it works to bring awareness to all of the needs of all of our little children, no matter where they are, whether kids are in an early child care setting, when they're home, in the community, the library. Just the Week of the Young Child is just here to bring awareness of all the things that our children need. So before we get started, I have my great friends Isel and Sam on, and they're going to give a really cool introduction onto Family Friday and the physical activity that I will be introducing.
Welcome, friends. So good to see so many great faces today. Happy Friday. Happy Family Friday. As you know, we work for the Food Trust. We're nutrition and agriculture educators. And I'm going to give a brief summary of what we do. So we support farm to early care and education activities. And we are here to talk about Farm to ECE for you educators. What is Farm to ECE? Farm to ECE are nutrition and agriculture education activities. So what we're doing today, it's also taste test and meal and local procurement of meal and snacks. And we had a very nice video of Miss Nakia and Miss Sam on Tuesday. So be sure to check that out. Also, Farm to ECE is indoor and or outdoor gardening or visits to a farm or a community garden. So all of those activities are considered Farm to ECE. And they're good because they support positive emotional connections to healthy food. So with that quick intro, welcome everybody, and I'll pass it to Miss Sam.
Hi everyone, I'm Miss Sam. So today we are going to be talking about a very cool story that Miss Nakia is going to tell after me. But before we start our story, we have to know what our story is about. Our story is about 3 different sisters that are represented by 3 different vegetables. So our vegetables, where we can see them right here on my plate. What color is vegetables on my plate? Let's see, we can unmute ourselves and say what color this is. Green. So our vegetables are green on my plate right here. So this is our vegetable section. So what we're learning about today is 3 sisters who are represented by 3 vegetable plants. So our first plant is corn. Everyone say corn.
Say corn.
So our second, good job. And our second sister vegetable plant is beans.
Say beans.
Beans. Who can say beans?
Beans.
And our third vegetable sister plant is squash. Can you say squash?
Squash.
Squash.
All right, so those are our 3 sisters. They are corn, bean, and squash. All right, so we're gonna remember that for our story. And on yesterday, we did a artsy Thursday, and me and Missy Sell drew a lovely picture. So you can go back and look at that, and that'll be in the chat box to find our video on our picture that we drew. And it looks like this. So the 3 sisters grow together and they help each other grow. So here at the bottom is the squash, and standing nice and tall is our corn plant, and growing up the corn is our beans. So that's the 3 sisters all together. So it's corn. So it's corn, beans, and squash. Okay, so let's remember that for our story. All right, so now Miss Nakia is going to tell us the story a little bit, and then we're going to get going with a nice and fun physical activity and get our bodies moving.
All right, so before we get into the story, Miss Nakia forgot to go over her classroom agreement. So what a classroom agreement is, it is just something that we state to make sure that we keep everyone safe and happy and learning. So the number one thing on my classroom agreement is if Miss Nakia is speaking, I need everyone to be listening. If Miss Nakia is asking a question, be sure to unmute yourself and definitely answer that question. So please be mindful that there's a lot of people on this Zoom call. So please raise your hand if you want to, if you have something to say, and we'll let you know when to unmute yourself. Number two, we are going to be learning about a lot of different foods. So we're not going to exactly taste anything today, but we can taste these foods in the future. So we're going to learn about 3 different foods. And if there's maybe a food that you don't like or that you're not familiar with, rather than saying, I don't like that, I don't want to eat that, you could just say, it's not for me. Can I have everybody unmute themselves and say, that's not for me.
That's not
for me.
That's not for me.
That's not for me.
Oh, it's totally fine. Thank you so much, everybody. You can mute yourselves back. So it's totally fine. We are all different, so we're all not going to like all of the same things, but we just want to be mindful that if you're saying ill, like this little guy is saying, about a food that someone likes, it might hurt their feelings. So, and the bonus. So we really encourage everyone to share pictures. So for the Week of the Young Child, if you're happening to share anything on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, you can add first, it's actually in the chat, it's at First Up Early Ed or at Start Strong PA. So they are giving out really cool incentives and highlighting ECE sites that are sharing what they're doing for the Week of the Young Child. So what better way to represent and celebrate the Week of the Young Child by getting some recognition for all of the hard work that you're already doing. So with that being said, let's get into our stories. So usually when Miss Nakia tells a story, I tell the story, we sit, we learn, and then we do a physical activity. But we get a bonus today. Today, how are we doing it? We're actually doing the physical activity. We're going to do the physical activity first because we're going to be adding it with our story. So I have my family here. We have on our food truck gear and we are ready to go. So this story is about 3 sisters. So I need everyone standing up. I'm going to be doing some different motions with this story. So whatever you see me do, you can follow along. So this story is about 3 sisters, and the story comes from the people of the Haudenosaunee Confederacy. So in this story, there are 3 sisters that grow and learn and teach. Okay, so I'll be ready to get moving. So we have 3 sisters, and they help each other. The first sister, I'm ready to exercise that. So the first sister, thank you. So the first sister is the corn sister. So the corn sister, excuse me. So the first sister is the corn sister, and she starts off as a little seed. So we gotta start as a little seed, and then we grow. So we're a little seed. And then we grow. We're a little seed. And then we grow. We're a little seed. And then we grow. And this stalk grows really, really tall. And it has to be strong for the rest of her sisters. So this grows, she has to go feel strong to side, front to back, front to back. And she's so strong and she doesn't break. She doesn't break, she only bends a little bit and helps her sisters. So the next sister is the bean sister. So the bean sister is so important because she grows around the corn. She grows around and around, and she grows up the corn. And this helps the corn to stay big and strong. So she twists around. And twists around and twists around. And I see some great movements. I'm loving it. So the bean sister, she also has to get the nitrogen from the air, and she puts it down into the soil, down into the soil, down into the soil. And this helps to save the nutrients to help both of her sisters grow. There's one more sister. She's a squash sister. She grows low to the ground. She grows far over here and far over here and all to the front and all to the back, all around. So she stays low to the ground and she protects the soil and she protects the soil from the sun. So what she does, she helps to keep the soil moist because the moist soil is what's going to help the three sisters grow. So with helping the soil, it does a really, really good job with saving the nutrients and making sure the nutrients don't wash away. So squash sister is far over here and far over here, and she stays low. She stays really low and really low. So these three sisters are able to go grow together. So remember, we had the corn sister who's super tall. She's so tall and she can sway to this way and sways this way and to the front and to the back and to the front and to the back. And again, we have our bean sister who twirls all around and brings the good nitrogen to her sisters. And then we have the squash sister who stays low to the ground, protecting the soil and protecting the nutrients. And the moral of the story is we all can be different, but work together. So families work together, friends work together, communities work together, friends at school work together. We all are able to work together. And just like the sister in the story, as Ms. Sam said, we are able to eat these vegetables and to help our cells grow. So again, we have all of these foods are in the vegetable food group. So we have our corn, we have our beans, and we have our squash. The end. Can I if anyone likes that story? Interactive stories are really cool. So that's an interactive story. You are able to move around and work with the author or the storyteller. So it's really fun to read stories and listen, but it's really, really good to move around. So I know Miss Nakia and I know your grown-ups at home and your teachers, we talk a lot about the importance of eating healthy foods, but it's super, super important to also exercise and be physically active and move around. So I'm wondering if any of my friends have any questions for Miss Nakia. I love when you guys ask me questions. Is there any questions or do you have anything? Has anyone ever eaten corn before? Has anyone ever eaten beans? Has anyone ever eaten squash? Raise your hand if you ate corn before. Wow, I see a lot of good hands up. Has anyone ever eaten beans? I see a lot of good hands again. Has anyone ever had squash? So if these foods are new to you, or maybe you're not sure if you had it, you can always tell a teacher at school, and you can always tell a grown-up at home, like, hey, we were learning a story with Miss Nakia, and I really want to taste corn, or I really want to taste squash, or I really want to taste beans. So, for us, did we have anything else you wanted to add in, Missy Sal?
I just wanted to see if anybody has any questions. And if not, I wonder if Miss Nakia would like to quickly close us off with another physical activity using my plate so that we can jump around in the colors of my plate. That's a fun one for me too.
Yes. Do we have any more questions or are we ready to get moving? If you're ready to get moving again, let me see thumbs up. Who's ready to get moving again? Thumbs up, we're ready to get moving. So this is a really fun activity that I began learning when I first started working at the Food Trust. So we're going to start off in our red group. Our red group has the fruit. So we are going to everybody jump into the fruit group. Jump into the fruit group. And we're gonna peel banana and peel like a banana. And peel like a banana. And peel. You gotta peel that banana off. You gotta peel. Peel it off. Peel it off. Peel it off. Peel it off. So now we are going to and this is the green group. We are going to swirl into the vegetable group. And we are going to, like a bunny eating a carrot. And we're going to pop like a bunny eating a carrot and pop like a bunny eating a carrot. And we're going to pop like a bunny eating a carrot. So now we are going to run into the grains group. And what's so fun about this is we're going to get a piece of whole wheat bread and we're going to get down in the toaster and you get down in the toaster and down in the toaster. You get down toaster and you hop out. So next, we want to be in the protein group. So in this group, we have eggs, and this is one of my favorite parts. You have to scramble your eggs. Scramble your eggs. And scramble your eggs. And scramble eggs. So last but not least, we are going to one foot into the dairy group. We hop and hop and hop. So, in this group, we have the string cheese. So you have to peel your string cheese and peel your string cheese and peel your string cheese and peel your string cheese. And then finally, we just did the My Plate hop. The My Plate hop. So, have anyone ever seen My Plate before? Thumbs up if you've seen it. If you that, you definitely know what My Plate is. So, what My Plate helps us to do, it helps us to group all of our different foods into different food groups. So, fruit, grains, vegetables, protein, and calories are all on My Plate. So that one did it for me. If you can hear, I'm getting out of breath. So, does anyone have any more questions? Does anyone know? I said there are some really great learners out there that can teach Miss Nakia something. What do you guys know about My Plate? What can you see? What can you see? Have you seen it before? Is there a My Plate at your house? Is there a My Plate at your school? What do you guys know? Now's the time. Has anyone ever had, what were some of the foods that I talked about? Has anyone ever eaten a banana? Who's had a banana before? You can unmute yourself. We want to try. We have children's playhouse too. Have you guys ever eaten bananas before?
Yes. You ate bananas before?
Yes.
Where have you had them at? Who gave it to you?
In the kitchen.
They were in the kitchen? So were they in the kitchen at your house or were they in the kitchen at your school or both?
Home or at school? Your marker?
Did I have bananas at home or school?
Home.
At home? Cool. Thank you so much for sharing. So another food I talked about on my plate hop, I talked about bread. Has anyone
ever had bread?
Has anyone ever had bread before? Yes. Does anybody have questions for Miss Nakia about foods that I may eat or exercises that I like? Or does anyone actually, would anyone lead know that you guys know a lot of different physical activity moves? Does anybody want to show us something they know and lead us in a physical activity?
Yeah, does anyone?
Does anybody have a favorite exercise that they want to show us?
I see some hands.
I see it says Bing. If you want to unmute yourself, Bing, and show us an exercise you know, we would really appreciate it. I don't know if he knows how to unmute himself. So I see another hand up on the screen named Diane Love. If you want to show us an exercise, we would appreciate it.
Let's see everybody do 5 jumping jacks. Should we do 5? I see some friends who are sitting down. You can stand up and we'll do 5 jumping jacks and we'll count to 5. We ready? We're gonna do it together. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. We did 5.
Other exercises is Family Friday. We got to help each other. We have to show our families and friends at our other schools that we can exercise. Does anyone else know anything cool? That Caroline are up and moving. Does Caroline want to show us an exercise they know? Looks like somebody would. Decent.
Oh, I see a new one. Jumping. So let's hop for 5 times then.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Very good.
You guys look amazing. So can we have one last friend show us your favorite exercise? Does my friend, I think it says John Foot. John is JOHNSUT. Did you want to show us an exercise, friend? Maybe, maybe not. And I see a friend that has hi. And she has on a red love shirt. Would you like to show us an exercise? I see 2 friends. And there's a young lady with a love shirt that says hi. Did you want to show us an exercise? Everybody's going shy. Our friend John, he's kind of doing like a side wobble. So 1, 3, 4, 5. Wow, you guys are so amazing. I love how interactive you guys, you talk to me, you show me new things. And I just want the kids on the call to know that you guys are so smart and amazing. Just because I'm a grown up does not mean I know everything. I always look to my younger friends to teach me new things and show me new things too. We are all a family, we're all friends, and we can all learn and grow together and help each other. And with that being said, thank you so much for joining us on Family Friday. You made this so much fun. And we are so appreciative that you guys were able to join us on the call. And we will see you all next time because we're going to continue doing live lessons because you guys are just way too much fun. So we don't have to end it here, but we're going to end today's lesson here. But we can definitely talk again in the future. So with that being said, I'm going to say, see you later to everybody.
Happy week of the young child, everyone. Thank you.
Yes, a great way to finish the week off. See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye. There's no